It's time to learn more about diversity and inclusion. You may know someone who has a disability. You may know several people who have disabilities, or you may not know anyone who has a disability. Sometimes when we meet someone new who has a disability or are told that someone has a disability, we automatically think that their disability is or is similar to the one or two disabilities that we know of. It is important to remember that there are many different kinds of disabilities. Here are some common types of disabilities: physical or mobility disability, a disability that involves physical impairment in gross and or fine motor skills, such as walking or grabbing an object with your fingers. Mental health disability, a mental health disease or disorder that hinders or impairs an individual in their day-to-day activities. Developmental disability, a condition beginning in the developmental period that can impact physical function, behavior, language, and learning. Learning disability, a disorder that affects one's ability to understand, write, or use spoken language. Even if you meet a new friend that has the same type of disability as someone you already know, it doesn't mean that their personality, behaviors, or the conditions of their disability is going to be the same as the person you know. Every disability is unique and every person is unique. And that's a wonderful thing. Diversity and individuality is what makes every one of us outstanding. If we come across someone who has a disability that we've never heard of before, that's okay. The best thing to do is to be respectful and courteous. Be yourself. If you are confused or would like to learn more about their disability, just ask. Be open-minded about the information you receive and do your best to share what you learn with others. With a group of 4 classmates or friends, read or act out the following scene. Then discuss the follow-up questions. The setting is a school auditorium. School just got out. A group of 4 castmates are running lines with each other while waiting for rehearsal to start. I've never seen a sky as big and blue as this, and look over there! There's a cloud that's shaped like a bunny rabbit. This place is really magical. Who knew that a hike could ever be so serene? I told you that you'd like it up here. Yes, you did. Just you wait until we reach the campground. We brought warm blankets so that we can stargaze later tonight. I can guarantee that you've never seen a night sky so sparkly and bright before. Oh, I hope we see a shooting star. That would be amazing. I brought my camera too. Maybe we can catch it on camera. And then we can rewatch it as many times as we want. Who'd want to rewatch it on a tiny screen when you can experience it for yourself on the greatest outdoor screen that nature has to offer. Oh, it was just on the tip of my tongue. Sure it was. Just make sure you're all memorized and ready to go by next week's performance. Hey, no need to be a worrywart. I've got this in the bag. At least I don't have to call for a line every single time like Alex does. Yeah, Alex has to call for a line pretty much every other word. And he always seems to stammer through the lines when he does know. Hopefully he doesn't ruin the performance for everyone. Hey guys, I think we should try to be more patient and considerate of Alex. Even though he's not here right now, I don't feel comfortable talking about him like this. He and I are friends, and he actually has a learning disability, which is why he sometimes struggles with his lines. A learning disability? What's that? There's lots of different types of learning disabilities, but with Alex's learning disability, he has a harder time reading. He once explained to me that letters get jumbled or turned around backwards on a page. Wow, that would be really hard and probably frustrating at times. I didn't even realize that about Alex. I just thought that having a disability only affected physical things. Memorizing lines is hard enough, but trying to memorize your lines with the words jumbled would be so difficult. I think that it's important to remember that we've all had to call for a line. We are all trying our best to memorize. Some disabilities are hidden to the eye, so we should do our best to be patient and courteous to everyone because we never know their circumstance. How do you think Student D handled the situation when the other student started talking negatively about Alex and his lines. What would you have said differently if you were in student D's shoes? What would you have said the same? Some of the students didn't realize that disabilities hidden to the eye existed. If you recently learned about a disability you'd never heard of before, why do you think it's a good idea to research and learn more about that kind of disability? Do you think education about disabilities helps us become more patient and courteous to others? If so, in what ways? We hope you learned something new today. Be sure to check out JSK Stories to learn more about diversity and inclusion.